Hey YouTubers, it's Ronan here. What we're doing today is a radiator flush with just water. Hey YouTubers, it's Ronan here with my bar channel. We're either building it, assembling it, repairing it, or just replacing it. What we're going to do today is change the radiator fluid and flushing the radiator with only using water. There are chemicals out there you can use to flush the radiator, but with this process I'm only using water to flush the radiator. So let's get it started. What I'm doing right now is I'm opening up the drain plug. The drain plug of the radiator is located in the bottom. On most vehicles, it's on the bottom right side, where you see them reaching, facing the vehicle. The bottom right side of the radiator is the drain plug. Once you got that open, you'll open up the radiator cap and just let the fluid just flow right out. Once you start seeing the coolant flowing, you want to get a garden hose and put it to the top of the radiator and start flushing water through. As you can see, the color of mine, it's all rusted. That coolant should be either green, I think purple, and or a pinkish color I believe they have out there, but mine is all brown, like it's all rusted. So I'm gonna keep flushing this out until I see it comes out clear. After you start seeing it running clear, you want to start the engine up and let the water flow through the engine all the way through and pump the rest of the dirty coolant out, or the bad coolant out, and it's going to start to come clear again once it's running. When you're done, you need to just shut the car off and let all this coolant, or water I should say, completely drains out. And once it drains out, close your drain valve and start refilling with fresh coolant. You can use the any coolant, which is the one you can mix with any coolant, or just use a specific color. I choose the one that you can mix with any coolant, and I mix it with my water and I fill it. Once it's filled, you need to start the car, and this coolant needs to go into the entire system. What's going to happen is that you're going to see that the leave that radiator open and the coolant will be bubbling up and down, up and down. That's the trapped air in the radiator, the engine system, that's coming out, and it's also known as burping your cooling system. So all that air gets hot in the system, and it's gonna just find its way out through that open radiator. You also need to turn the heat on in the vehicle, so that way any coolant that's in, or trapped air that's in that heat exchanger, can get out. Once the hot air gets out and it refills with coolant, you will see the car running normal. If you don't let this radiator burp, what's going to happen is that you will have problems with your temperature register, your temperature gauge. Sometimes you will see that it appears that the vehicle is overheating the needle will be about the 3/4 mark or higher, and that's because of the air that's trapped in the system. It's not letting the coolant flow to cool the rest of this engine off. So you want to ensure that you burp this radiator properly. They sell a radiator flush funnel which attaches to your radiator. That way you don't lose coolant during the burping process. When I made this video, I didn't have that funnel. I end up purchasing after since I do a lot of my own work on my vehicle. But there's a radiator burp funnel or a radiator flush funnel that's being sold to connect to that radiator. Always remember, radiator fluid is dangerous to pets. You need to capture that fluid and dispose of it accordingly if you have pets. Cats will lick the fluid and dogs will drink it and get poisoning. So if you have pets, dispose of the fluid appropriately. What you're seeing here is the window getting all fogged up due to me turning on the heat to get that fluid flowing through the heat exchanger. Once you're satisfied that the radiator is burped sufficiently, you just need to top it off with the radiator fluid and close the system and you're good to go. Like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel to see how I do different things my way and with ease.